Another sellout, that goes without saying, for these loyal Leicester City supporters. For the fourth time in 4 months, Leicester City take the field against Aston Villa. And despite honours being equal, with both teams gaining a win and sharing a draw in the previous 3 matches, it's the Foxes who have a score to settle following Villa's aggregate League Cup semi-final win in January. For the second time in less than a week, it's West Midlands opposition arriving at King Power Stadium after seeing off Villa's closest rivals Birmingham City in the FA Cup last Wednesday. The Foxes are looking for a victory against the Villa in the Premier League, and with 10 Premier League games remaining for Brendan Rodgers' side as they head into the final straight, they are aiming for that top 4 finish. Aston Villa arrive with just 1 win in their previous 10 visits against the Foxes, and they have the worst defence in the Premier League. The Foxes are unbeaten in the last 4 league games between the 2 Midlands rivals ahead of this Monday night football. Both teams' last outings were both in cup competition. For the Foxes, it was that 1-0 win here against Birmingham City last week, and there are 2 changes to that starting 11, including a start for James Justin, his first Premier League action of 2020. Kasper Schmeichel in goal, making his 200th Premier League appearance. Mark Albrighton, formerly of Villa, also in the starting 11 for the Foxes. That sees Schmeichel in goal, and a familiar-looking back 4 of Ricardo, Evans, Soyuncu. Joining them is Justin. Indeed, in front of that back 4, and then it's Albrighton, Pratt, Maddison and Barnes, with Iheanacho up front. 2 changes as well for Aston Villa. Their last game was the League Cup final, the 2-1 defeat against Manchester City. Oyland Nyland, the goalkeeper, so impressive in the 2 games against Leicester in the League Cup, dropped to the bench. He's preferred to Pepe Reina. Anwel El Ghazi drops out, Conor Hourihane comes in, and former Fox Danny Drinkwater is amongst the substitutes. Kelechi Iheanacho poised to get us underway. Leicester City will kick from right to left in this first half. Aston Villa in claret shirts with sky blue arms, claret shorts and sky blue socks will kick from left to right towards the Kop end, and the Foxes in their traditional colours, royal blue shirts, white shorts and royal blue socks. 3 meetings already this season. The Foxes are looking for the first league double against Aston Villa since 1996-97. This is the 102nd meeting between the 2 sides, and it's the Foxes that get us underway, and Maddison touching the ball out to this near side. Harvey Barnes back in the starting 11 for the Foxes this evening. Not scored in his last 3, but before that 4 goals in 6 games, plus a couple of assists. James Justin with an early touch, wears number 2, but will be the Foxes left back this evening in place of the injured Ben Chilwell. And Justin playing the ball left-footed down this near side touchline. Maddison on the chase, Engels across. It's a throw-in to the Foxes. It's a free kick that Grealish and Hourihane are over on the far side, 25 yards from the Leicester goal. Kasper Schmeichel, all in black. The outfield players on the edge of the 18-yard area. It's swung in by Hourihane, comes all the way through to Samatta, sliding in, and somehow hasn't diverted that on target. It's fallen wide of Schmeichel's goal, and Samatta will be wondering how he's not got that one at least on target. Soyuncu sends it back to Kasper Schmeichel.
I like Samatta though. I do like him. You know, he's not afraid to use his strength and his weight. You know, and he makes good runs. You know, under pressure, he makes good runs for the team. So, you know, the boys at the back, Johnny and Carlisle, are going to have the, you know, keep their eye on this guy.
Iheanacho chasing, and then the header from Engels just falling wide. That was a heart-in-mouth moment for the Villa defence, and Pepe Reina. Ball knocked over the top, Iheanacho chasing. Engels with a cushioned header, but Pepe Reina just caught slightly fat-footed, and he's thankful that it just fell wide of the post. Leicester's first corner of the evening coming after 9.5 minutes. Maddison out swinging, Evans, good save Reina. Evans again on the follow-up, and Barnes saw his header go over the bar, whipped in by Maddison, and out swinger. A firm header from Evans. When it came back to him, you fancied him to strike itself on goal again, but his header this time was trying to tee up Harvey Barnes, and Barnes couldn't get the ball down quick enough, and it's fallen wide of the goal, but both teams having early chances in this game.
Well, Johnny Evans does everything right here.
James Maddison to deliver this Leicester corner, this time towards the far post. Soyuncu, a clear header, and he falls to the ground, holding his head in his hands, feeling he should have done better. He was all alone at the far post, and Maddison found him with a pinpoint delivery, but unable to get the header on target.
Well, I mean, you just don't get that kind of room normally inside the box, to be honest with you. Yes, it's a difficult angle, but all you can do is hit the target.
Justin coming down the left side. Johnny Evans is forward in a left wing position and wins a Leicester City corner. They're coming thick and fast now, these corners for the Foxes.
Yeah, this is more like it, isn't it? This is what, you know, look, these fans have been used to seeing for the majority of this season. And now, you know, after a pretty even Stephen start, you've got to say Leicester are slightly on top here.
Aston Villa have conceded more goals than any other team in the Premier League from set pieces. 9 of those coming from corners. It's short again. It's James Justin to Ricardo, who's on this near side. It's a curling ball, and it's Iheanacho, and it is narrowly wide. And the Nigerian nearly kept up this scoring streak against Aston Villa. A well-worked short corner. Maddison to Justin to Ricardo. He's cross-picked out Iheanacho 6-7 yards out, but he's failed to hit the target.
Yeah, quality from Ricardo. As you say, Iheanacho free in the box. There's 4 Aston Villa players in and around Iheanacho, and not one of them's picking them up.
Less than 10 minutes of normal time remaining. Good play by James Justin, and Leicester switching the play. There's space for Albrighton, but he has to track back a good 10 yards to receive the pass. Goes down the line to Ricardo. Forced back to the halfway line. Johnny Evans, left-footed ball, almost gliding across the surface. Played by Gilbert to Douglas Luiz. Good challenge by Dennis Pratt, and the space is opened up for Harvey Barnes on the left into the penalty area. Harvey Barnes shoots at Pepe Reina, makes a comfortable save low down. Well worked by Leicester, and it opened up the space. Gilbert was sucked in fields, and as Dennis Pratt won the ball from Douglas Luiz, it really did open up for Harvey Barnes, driving in field but unable to trouble Pepe Reina. Gilbert's throw comes to Pratt on the edge of the penalty area. Here's Iheanacho, holds off one challenge, and then Albrighton takes it from him in the centre of the Leicester half, left-footed, knocks one over the top. Barnes on the chase. Pepe Reina's come a long way from goal, and Harvey Barnes has given Leicester City the lead. A well-deserved goal, and it's Harvey Barnes on the score sheet once again for the Foxes. Wonderful play by the former Villa man Mark Albrighton to set the move away, and then a rush of blood from Pepe Reina, who has come a long way from his goal. And as soon as Barnes beat Reina to the ball, you fancied him to strike the back of the net, and despite 3 Villa defenders trying to block the effort on the line, from the 18-yard line, Barnes had enough on the shot to give Leicester City the lead at King Power Stadium.
Oh, ridiculous. Great, first of all, great play from Albrighton. Doesn't panic under pressure and plays that ball over the top again for the place of Barnes. Good finish from him, but you have to say, Pepe Reina, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Iheanacho looking to score against Villa for the 4th time this season. If he does so, he equals what Romelu Lukaku did some years ago, and here is Iheanacho, and he may just do that, blocked by the knees of Pepe Reina, and should have done better than Nigerian. That was the big chance he was looking for. And again, right on cue, or I thought it would be right on cue, he would strike against Villa again.
Yeah, again, you've got to say Villa defence just guilty of switching off. Some lacklustre defending. This time, Pepe Reina again uses all that experience, doesn't panic, just makes himself big, stands strong, and as you say, no, he doesn't go early. And Iheanacho, 3-1. Yes, it's not the best of angles, but it's not a bad angle.
1 goal here so far as James Maddison is about to take the free kick on the far side. Whips him right-footed, a glancing header from Evans, just wide of Pepe Reina's post. And Leicester do start the half brightly.
Yeah, absolutely. Johnny Evans losing his marker yet again.
Kelechi Iheanacho sees his number. He won't score against Aston Villa again, but he did have a couple of really good chances to do so. And the bigger cheer will be for the returning Jamie Vardy, Leicester City's leading goal scorer.
Yeah, he's done well, Kelechi. Been unlucky, had a great opportunity, didn't he, to take the lead, for Leicester to take the lead in the first half.
10 games remaining this season for the Foxes. Jamie Vardy scored 9 goals in his last 10 games of the last season. Pushed forward by James Justin to Harvey Barnes. He's approaching the penalty area. He's onto his right foot. He looks for Vardy. Big handball claims. Handball given. Barnes causing all kinds of problems, linking up with James Justin. And the cross, which was aimed towards Vardy, clipped the hand of an Aston Villa player. Mings is claiming it was a shoulder. It was Mings who leaned towards the ball. Of course it will be checked. He blocked one in the first half in a very similar fashion. And the debate now, Jerry, is where does the shoulder start and end?
Well, I can't see this being overturned. I really can't. It hits the blue side of his shirt, which obviously goes to the top of your shoulder. So for me, that's a penalty.
Michael Oliver waiting for the instruction. 3 Villa players plus Pepe Reina in front of him. The Leicester players have retreated almost as though they expect the penalty to be given. Jamie Vardy has the ball tucked under his arm. He's ready to place it on the spot. Penalty given, as the noise will tell you. Jamie Vardy staring at the ball that is in front of it. Pepe Reina crouched on his goal line. Vardy waits for the whistle. And Jamie Vardy strikes Leicester City's second goal of the game. His 18th goal of the season sees Leicester City double their advantage against Aston Villa. It's 2-0 to the Foxes.
Yeah, confident finish from Vardy. Pepe Reina with a little bit of sportsmanship, time wasting on the goal line. Jamie Vardy, eye of the tiger, doesn't take his eyes off the ball, and when the ref blows his whistle, he goes straight down the middle. Reina goes to his left.
And here's Davis again. As the game is stretched and Villa might have a chance to break forward. Davis has got Samatta making a run. Evans, great sliding challenge and block. And while he's still on the ground, he sticks out a right boot and prods the ball away from Davis. And here come the Foxes with Barnes coming over the halfway line. Vardy to his left as he stayed onside. He looks as though he has, and he's breaking into the penalty area. Look to pull it back to Barnes. It's blocked. It comes back to Vardy. Jamie Vardy at the double. And Leicester City have a third goal in this game. And now they have the 3 points. Jamie Vardy off the bench. And Jamie Vardy firing Leicester City towards victory. He was trying to play it towards Harvey Barnes, but it came back his way. And right-footed, he's fired it beyond Pepe Reina. It's his 19th goal of the season. Leicester City 3, Aston Villa 1.
Well, this goal's just all about pure tenacity. From start to finish, first from Johnny Evans with a double challenge. Just pure tenacity. Then Jamie Vardy gets the ball on the left-hand side, about 40 yards from goal, 35, 40 yards from goal, and he goes right and goes straight for goal. He tries to find Harvey Barnes, as you said. Aston Villa falling asleep yet again, and he just takes full advantage, slots it in the near post. Pepe guilty of leaving that ball at the near post, leaving that space at the near post.
Is there time for him to hit the ton in the Premier League? Maddison, midway inside the Villa half. Tielemans unable to control, but it might come back his way, but he leaves it for Mendy. First time pass forward to Ricardo on the right. Now it's Maddison onto Tielemans, can turn and plays it to the right to Albrighton. Vardy waiting, but it's Barnes arriving! And Barnes gets his second of the evening! And it really is raining goals for the Foxes now. The icing on the cake is a double for Barnes. A move down the right side. And while all eyes were on Jamie Vardy, the ball was played to Harvey Barnes, who slots it perfectly beyond Rayner and the near post. And at the top end of the ground, celebrates his 7th goal of the season. It's 4-0.
Great finish here. Great move. Yuri Tielemans doing what he does best, keeping it moving quickly. And as it's pulled back, Harvey Barnes just runs across the line, loses Gilbert, and he just slots that home at the near post. That is a great tingle.
James Justin will take an impressive performance from the young fullback. Not been involved since December, but steps in for Ben Chilwell and puts in a magnificent display. One of a number of really good displays this evening. Here's Harvey Barnes just inside the penalty area, left-hand side. Pull back to Tielemans, took a touch. And back here for Albrighton. Oh, it would have been a wonderful goal. But Albrighton has slammed the ball wide of Pepe Reina's goal. Probably the last chance of the evening. And it was brilliantly worked from left to right. The back heel from Tielemans, and we thought Albrighton was going to burst the net.
And Mark, he just runs on to it. Lacks of composure.
Did get a couple of assists this evening, Mark Albrighton, against his former club as Leicester City strike 4 past Aston Villa for the 2nd time this season and complete their first league double over the Villains since 1997. It's a game that started off very evenly, but then Leicester took the lead and they took charge of this Midlands derby. A goal just before the break. Mark Albrighton releasing Harvey Barnes. A rush of blood from Pepe Reina saw him stranded well out of his goal. Harvey Barnes prodding it around the Spanish goalkeeper, and from the edge of the area found a gap between the onrushing Villa defenders back towards the goal line to strike the Leicester lead. The second goal came via a usual source. Jamie Vardy came off the bench, and within a matter of minutes he was in front of the goal, taking a penalty that was won via a Harvey Barnes cross that came off the arm of Tyrone Mings. Jamie Vardy stepping up, and after 9 games without a goal, sent it down the middle of the goal beyond Pepe Reina, his 18th of the season, and his 3rd and his 19th of the season. Wasn't too far behind. An attempted cross came back the way of Vardy, left of the penalty area. He wrapped his foot around it and he beat Reina at the near post. He was then looking for a hat-trick. He was looking for his 100th Premier League goal, but the 4th came the way of Harvey Barnes. Mark Albrighton once again with the assist from the right-hand side. Barnes arriving, Reina again beaten at his near post as Barnes slammed it beyond the Spanish goalkeeper. His 7th of the season, his 2nd of the night.